Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you with another video. Alright, so I didn't have me a morning, man. A real morning. I'm able to get into this room. As you guys can see, I got back in the Studio Lots Hotel. It is a air conditioned room, so that means it's going to be 205 for this week, which was a real blessing, and then 467 for the next 2 weeks, which is not so much of a blessing, but probably balances out anyway. Give or take a couple of dollars, $100 or whatever it would be. So that all got straightened out. The way the morning went, though, is my charger broke. It appeared my charger port on the phone was done too. What I ended up doing last night while halftime of the Laker game, I think it was, or somewhere around there, I ended up putting Windex on my phone with it connected to the charger, which I know better than to do. But trying to clean my phone as I always do so you guys can have the best quality of my videos and stuff like that, and so I can see. And I think I left it there to drip down to the port, and I think it got in the port, and that's ruined things for me before. I've had that mistake happen once before, and knew better than to do it. But it was stupid on my part, and so that's what ended up happening. It got in my port. It ruined the charger. And I thought it had ruined the port as well permanently, because this morning my phone wasn't charged. So what you had was me waking up, actually going to sleep last night. I realized it was broken. And I knew that. It was at 50%, and I had left it on the charger for over an hour. And I knew something was wrong after I did my Laker video. So my thing was, all right, let me see. Maybe I can just, put it near the fan, let it try to dry out somehow. If that doesn't work, I'm in real trouble, because it's already been connected with the liquid connected to the charger and the port. You see what I'm saying? It was on the charger when I did it. I wiped it down and never took it off the charger. Didn't know I had ruined it in that way. Didn't know that's what had happened. So by the time I finally realized what had happened, it had already dried. That was the problem. So I ended up trying to put it next to the fan, hoping it would dry further. Maybe that would help. And it was giving me all types of trouble. I used a different charger. It gave me the same trouble. That's when I realized that it was something wrong with the port, or so I believed. It was something really wrong with the port itself. But it was one of those situations where I left it connected, hoping that it would just work. You know what I mean? I woke up like 3 a.m. and it was still bad. It was all bad. It was at like 22%. It had drained even more. So I'm like, oh, Jesus. Now, mind you, I'm in the motel, which means I still needed the phone to access Uber to get my stuff from there to here. So I'm running on low battery, like really low battery. And I get up this morning, continue to try to clean the port. I got to like 6:45. I had left it next to the fan from 3 to like 6:45. It did nothing good, man, nothing good. So what I ended up doing, luckily enough, I had just bought some Q-tips, so I ended up trying to clean it with the Q-tips and digging into it as much as I could. But I just started running out of time. I had to get back over here by like 8 something to secure a room. So luckily enough, I had just enough juice to contact all of the people that I speak with regularly, my uncle and everybody, all my people that I need to speak to. Contacted them. Contacted my boy T, because I have another phone. As you guys, if you follow close enough, you probably remember when I was trying to go get a government phone. Ended up taking on Assurance, which is another T-Mobile affiliate. Got them to send me the phone, but I actually never retrieved it from my boy T. It's been over 2 months. So the problem is, because it's been over 2 months, whatever the program was, it probably needs to be reapplied for. So I'm like, well, the best case scenario for me is to try to get that phone. And I was like, nah, that ain't gonna cut it. Now at the time, I didn't know how much this room was gonna cost. Luckily enough, the room was so cheap that it allowed me enough money to buy a charger. So I ended up, using the little money, the little percentages rather, to get the Uber, to contact everybody. I wrote down everybody's number, put it on a little piece of paper towel, so the essential numbers would be what I would have. And then I made my way here, did everything that needed to be done to get checked in here. got everything straightened out in the room, and then decided to buy a charger. It's only like 16 bucks, one of these. Problem is, it takes like 2.5 hours to charge this thing from 0 to 100. It takes 2.5 hours because it's only a 10 watt. They had like a 25 watt, but it was like 75 bucks. And my thinking was, if the port is broken, this is a phone that needs to be upgraded anyway. Why am I going to spend $100 of money I don't have on a port that's supposed to charge this thing super fast? It just didn't make any sense to me. I probably should have bought the 15. At least it could, cut down on some of the time that I have to sit here and wait. But I ultimately bought that one. Then I got home, and the tablet, that same tablet that I was complaining about how I didn't want the damn tablet, that tablet's charger works, and it is like 15 watt. So it takes about an hour and 30 minutes for this one to charge. So now I have this charger that I spent, what is it, like 20 bucks on? It's like a $20 charger. I don't really need it. So I found the receipt, put it back in the package, and I'm going to take that thing back. I have until 1/24 to take it back, but I'm probably going to take it back today. And just use this charger. And then from here, try to get that phone from T. Now, my intention was to try to meet up with T, but he wanted me to meet up with him at 12. It was already 10. Takes about an hour to get to the train station if I'm walking, for which I didn't have the phone charged, so there was no way I was going to be able to get on the bus because my tap card would otherwise need to be on is the phone. So it's like I had to walk if I were going to meet up with him. And then from there, it would take about an hour to get to him. And he had somewhere to go, so if I wasn't going to be on time, it was going to throw his whole day off, and that wasn't going to work. So I'm like, look, I'm on a 2%. I got like 2% charge. So I was like, bro, instead of meeting up today, my best bet is to go get me a charger and make sure that the phone at least has some juice. Once the phone has some juice, then I can make better arrangements and stuff and do everything I need to do. But as long as I'm on 2%, I'm going to be in a position to where if I go all the way down there, I could potentially get stuck because I can't use a tap card or whatever. So it's like, there's nothing more important for me than to get this phone at least charged to a reasonable space on this side of town. So thank you for helping me on this one, but I might have to meet up with you another day. We don't have to do this because that's not going to be in my best interest. So all of that, I was able to communicate all of that on the 2% phone, all of that on 2%, and then ran down and bought the charger, only to find that I didn't need it. Find that the charger that I had, that I'd forgotten I had with this tablet, that I was just happened to be digging through my bag, unloading some more, found it, figured I'd try it, and it worked with no problem. So I'm like, okay. Problem is that cord that I bought over there on Gower Gulch. You guys, you got a video of me at Gower Gulch. I bought a phone cord over there for like 15 bucks. That cord is done, it seems. That's what was ruined the most. And the port itself seems to have been salvageable, apparently, given the fact that it's working right now on this day. So, yeah, that's the problem. But I don't know if the base is ruined, the super fast base. I'm not sure if that's ruined or not. I don't think so. But this cord that I just purchased like a month ago, already out the game, man. Couldn't take it. Tried cleaning it to the best of my ability. I don't know. It's probably just frizzled out in that situation. So, and I know it's the cord because I tried to charge my headphones and it wouldn't charge those. So I'm like, all right, it's the cord. So the headphone port is fine. Although I haven't checked it, I hope I didn't ruin it by putting that cord in it. But that's my concern about the other little charger that I had that told me that reinforced that the port was wrong. It's messed up. It's a little charger that I have that's old, that takes forever to charge. It wasn't going. It wasn't going for nothing. So I don't know what that means at all. Hold on, I'll be right back. This thing, show y'all exactly what I was using. That reinforced that the port was probably broken. This is what it was. This little thing. For whatever reason, this little thing wouldn't charge my phone. Once I tried to hook it up, it did nothing for it. And I know this cord isn't necessarily new, and it probably isn't the best, but it is compatible, or at least it should be. But this basically told me that we were in the doghouse with the port itself when both of them didn't work. So I was pretty much certain I needed to buy another charger, but apparently I did not. So I'm really confused about that. But all in all, we're in a good shape. This thing is charging. We're at 55%. So I'm feeling good, man. I was glad I was able to purchase that. I'm also glad I didn't need it. And go back and take my $20 and go purchase a backpack, which is what I really need to do. Exchange that, because if you see this backpack, this thing is a wrap. Came loose at the seams and getting worse by the second. I don't think it's gonna make it through another contract. You know what I mean? As far as this room is concerned and packing it in easy, I don't think it's gonna make it. So I need another backpack, probably more than I need another charger at this point. But yeah, man, I'm feeling good. I knew that I was being tested. I knew the enemy was trying to get me. As I told y'all, he can't use K no more, so he's gonna use everything he can. So now it was this little moment of frustration, and I ain't gonna say I panicked at all. I really didn't. I didn't panic at all, but I was frustrated. I'm like, if my phone goes out and I can't charge it, it's a lot that can't get done. But the good thing was I didn't have trouble accessing the money necessary. With like 10% left on my phone, I was able to make sure that my funds were put in the right account to get it out to pay for the room. So that never became a problem. And that was the most important thing. But you can imagine how frustrated and how much concern I had when I'm at the NoHo Hotel for one night and my phone charger starts breaking, when I need my phone to make sure that I can secure myself getting all the way over here, and then from there, of course, to secure the money in theory. Although I think you should be able to access your savings account through my bank thingy at 7-Eleven. I think they allow you to access your savings account, so I don't think I was actually ever in trouble of getting the money. But as far as communicating with people, ordering things, getting around with the Lyft card, tap card rather, although you could load up a different card. I think I do have one in my wallet, but like to not want to load that up since there's already money on it. It's a lot of stuff, man. Charging things so I can do my content. Obviously, I'm glad the Lakers don't play today, because that would have been at risk. But since this charger is working, it's going to take longer. I'm used to my phone only taking 45 minutes to charge. It's going to take an hour and a half, but maybe I can just adapt to that, and this will prompt me to upgrade the phone, or hurry up and get to T so I can get the phone from him. But I don't even know what phone that is. I don't even think it's a Samsung, so I would prefer to upgrade. The problem is I bought this one. I paid this off about a year and a half ago. So this is my phone. I don't have to pay another dime on it. And it took a long time to get that done. And in fact, it took forever, and it was going to take forever. I just had a little money at the time, and I dropped like $1,000 to finish off the payments. But the phone was already outdated when I did that. So this phone is a wrap. It should have been already out of my possession. Should have been sent to a place where it could be refurbished and upgraded. But with everything else I had going on, it just was not on my mind, and I'm comfortable with the phone, so it don't really bother me. See, they want you to upgrade phones every year. I don't need to upgrade my phone, but every 4 years. Honestly, I'm very comfortable with my phone. And I think most people feel that way, but the culture of what they got going on with these phones make it so that they try to more or less coerce you in many different ways to upgrade it more rapidly so they could take as much money out of you as possible. But I don't care for that, man. I really don't, and I don't think most people I know do. So I was very comfortable. I was probably gonna keep this phone for another 2 years, man. But now it's like probably gotta upgrade it just in case the port is damaged to a degree. But luckily enough, right now it's at least charging for what I need. So yeah, man, doing pretty good. I'm just gonna let this thing charge a little more. I put some clothes in the laundry. Washing the sheets, even though I think they're pretty washed, I'll wash them anyway. Wash everything else that I had, and that's it, man. I was prepared to sit here for 2.5 hours in silence, just for the phone to charge, only for the battery to die quick, because that's what it does any damn way. Dies, and use it a little bit, use this thing, and it just starts dying on you. But I think God worked it all out. I knew He would. And the thing that bothers me is that this charger was in my bag the whole time. All of my possessions were with me, so it's like if I would have just thought, hey, the tablet, check that charger, I could have alleviated so much of all of this that I was struggling with. But never crossed my mind, man. I had a lot of things on my mind, and a third charger was not ever on it for whatever reason. But the main thing was, if the port is destroyed, I need to get a wireless charger. Because once they hit you with the little ping saying there's something wrong with the port, it will tell you that your phone could still be charged wirelessly. So I'm like, all right, that's the solution. Let's go get one of those. And didn't think about any more ports because I figured no matter what I plug to it, they ain't gonna get it done. So we're in a good shape. We're in good shape now, man. Ate some food. Because I took that little trip down to Target, I was able to buy myself some new bowls. I know nobody cares about that, but I've been using the same Tupperware over and over and over again the entire time I've been here. The same one Tupperware. So it's like, yo, it's time. You got to just spend $2 on some bowls. You go to Target every 2 days. Just look in there and see what you can get. And that's what I did. I just got some more Tupperware and a bigger one so I could, have a more comfortable way of eating. So that's what it is, man. That's kind of how my day is going. It's just been real patient. I've been patient. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I didn't panic in any of this. It was a lot to panic about, but I just didn't, man. I prayed my way through it. I kind of knew what was happening. I kind of knew God was gonna work it out. And I had a meditation about that last night around 3 a.m. It was like, a lot of what it is, essentially what the meditation message was, a lot of what it is that you do on your phone is what God wants you to do. So if he doesn't want you to have your phone, that means he's done with you doing what it is he wants you to do, and that doesn't make any sense. And that's what it really came down to. Is like, I don't know how this is going to get sorted out, but you got to know that what you're doing is bigger than you. And so that you continue to get it done is what's supposed to happen. However this is going to play out, you just keep that in your mind as your day plays out. And that's kind of what my true north was. It's like, yo, whatever this is, however it is about to go, it ain't quite going to go completely left as it possibly could, because I'm doing a lot of good with my phone. It's with this channel, sharing art, Lakers stuff, all of that. It's not like I'm out here doing all kinds of bad. And because of it, sometimes you can just look up and say, yeah, it's a good reason to be optimistic when things don't look like they're going to work out, but you're doing the right things with what it is that's not working out. It's God's will that it does work out. Now, you may have to struggle. You may be getting tested to see if you're going to panic or to see if you're going to do the wrong thing. But otherwise, you just look at the bigger picture and look at how he's blessed you in other areas surrounding the circumstance itself. How many times I forgot to share my art as I got a nice long streak on that website I've been telling you about, Sketch a Day, where it just pop up in my mind while I'm doing absolutely nothing to do with art. It'll just pop up in my mind, yo, get this done. Like, I know that's God reminding me to keep up with my streak, because I've prayed to him many times to help me remember to do that. Now, when it comes to stuff I forget, nothing else works that way. But when it comes to this particular streak, 9 o'clock last night, I wasn't thinking nothing about sharing my art, and then it just popped in my head and I ended up getting it done. So it's like, this is what's been happening when it comes to certain things that I'm trying to do on my phone. So it's bigger than me, I guess. And because I know that, I just gotta kind of ignore the enemy, so to speak, as he continues to try to throw stuff in my way to be concerned about in regards to the phone and a lot of other things too in my life. So that's what was going on, man. That's what was going on. I did not sleep well last night at all because of it. Once I realized my phone wasn't charging, I was waking up every couple hours to see if it was working, getting up, finding Q-tips, mess with it. I slept probably a total of like 4 hours last night, but doesn't feel like I was lacking in sleep. Also, this elbow, it feels like it's getting worse. I don't know if I got arthritis, tendonitis. I don't know what the hell's going on with my arm, but this thing ain't healing at all. It's not healing. And I know I've been doing push-ups on it and lugging suitcases and stuff like that, but this is the first day in almost 2 months where I didn't do my squats, but there's still a lot of day left. I could do it. That ain't stopped me from doing that. But as far as this elbow and doing my hundreds, I don't know. I have no idea, but that is not healing properly. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. Just trying to manage. It's probably about time for me to go back down there and check on my clothing. Been recording for about 19 minutes. I think it's about 30 minutes. So give or take a couple minutes, it should probably be done soon. So my thinking is get all that into the dryer and then probably take this back down there now when that's being done. And then from there, I'll get back here and that should be enough. That should be about time for me to get the clothes out the dryer. So yeah, man, I just really thankful that God has worked that out. I don't know what else to say. This has been a test, and I think I passed it pretty good. Had a good ride over. The Uber guy was very encouraging, telling me, that it gets better. He was familiar with this place. He was familiar with the NoHo Hotel. He had been in both. He delivered some stuff here, and he had lived in the NoHo Hotel when things were bad for him many years ago. So it was like he's been in my shoes. So it was kind of comforting to speak with the gentleman and just hear his point of view. And so, it's been a good morning. I was able to get out of there, no problems. I didn't even run into old dude to try to get me out of $30. Never ran into him again. Hopefully I never do. You know what I'm saying? Because that is not my favorite person on this planet. But all in all, it's been pretty good, man. All of my stuff is secure in this room. Got the contract. The first week was cheap. So cheaper than it's been since I got here. I don't think it was this cheap the first week I got here. I think the first week was like $217 or something like that. And this was like $204. So cheapest week I've had here. And I'm very thankful for it, given the fact that it was right before the holidays. And I had all this going on. So, it is what it is, man. We just move forward. Let this phone charge a little bit more and then get back down there. Maybe I even leave the phone on the charger while I'm gone. Since I had a nice quiet walk down there and back, I'll probably do that again. Maybe not, but we'll see. We'll see. The point is I don't need this charger, and it's definitely going back because I need the money. That's a fact. So, yeah, man. Pretty solid room. It's definitely better than the last one because it ain't right next to the lobby area. I haven't checked the shower yet, but I'd imagine it ain't super cold. So this is more of this is more my speed. This room is more my speed. So yeah, man, should be able to give you good content here. I know the Lakers play, I believe, tomorrow against the Chicago Bulls. I think that's tomorrow. Might be tonight. I don't know. I gotta check. It might actually be tonight, but whatever the case may be, depending on when that game comes on, I'll make sure I make content for it. If the game is tonight, then I'll make the content now. But it's no biggie. Point is, I'm ready to go. Everything should be set, and I just wanted to give you guys an update on everything, man. God bless. BDF 44. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.